This is Factorio, and these are all the planets. Some of them suck. Let's get into it. Fulgora is one of my favorite planets that came with the Space Age DLC. It's also one of the first ones you unlock, so I thought it was only fitting that we start there. It is a really well-designed planet from a thematic and gameplay perspective. When you arrive, you quickly have to unlearn normal factory building techniques, because the whole scrap and recycling mechanic makes you have to kind of build backwards. The rate of flow for each item becomes really important, because the drop rates from scrap are all different, and so your whole system can jam and fill up with concrete. It's an interesting problem to have, and one that you don't really have on Norvis, so it's a fun new challenge to solve. You also have to design your own sorting system to make sure everything goes to the right place. It's perfect because up until now you've really been stuck in one way of building your factory, and Fulgora makes you stop and kind of have to relearn, but not entirely. There are also no aliens to worry about, which is good because it gives you space to figure out this new system. Thematically, the lore of Fulgora is awesome. Go see my vid on it if you haven't already. The implications of all the ruins, the polluted sea, and total lack of alien life makes it a really interesting planet. What happened here? The lightning storms are cool too, but as a gameplay gimmick they are kind of just okay. Although it is kind of cool how they tied it back into how you power your base on Fulgora. All the technology you unlock from the planet is pretty useful too. The recycler is a much needed item deleter that Factorio has always needed. The Tesla turret and gun are cool too, and the other unlocks being electric themed all make sense. The electromagnetic plant is also great back on Norvis for more green chips. All in all, Fulgora is refreshing. It's really well themed and it's a break from your normal factory building. I think it belongs in S tier. The next on our list is Norvis. Admittedly, I should have started with it, but here we are. It's the starting planet, so it's a little hard to rate. I mean, the systems that it has are cool, I guess. Like, look, it's the base Factorio experience, which is good, so the planet is good too. I mean, the pollution system that's unique to it is quite intelligent in all the ways it interacts with the biters. And it's the only planet with fish, so A tier. Vulcanus, the big industrial lava planet, the Gleadar prime of Factorio. Or Mustafar, if you like Star Wars. The lava mechanic on the planet really changes up how you get the base resources. And, well, now you have infinite of them, which opens up a lot of really cool possibilities. I just wish you could transport lava to other planets somehow. The destroyer worm as an enemy is simple, but I think appropriate. You have to beat them for more space, but they aren't a constant nuisance like the biters on Norvis. The insane energy setups you can build on the planet are cool too, and really helpful for setting up a gigafactory. Tech-wise, it makes sense that you get some heavy weaponry in the form of artillery from Vulcanus. The foundries are useful on other planets, and it's cool how you can kind of skip some steps in making steel or pipes with them. It's all very logical. The super fast bolts are also awesome, and makes sense that you get them on the industrial planet. I originally was going to give Vulcanus A tier because it didn't really force you to build a factory in a new kind of way, but I think that would have been too much. The planet already has a lot of cool stuff going on, and I think the theme is awesome, so S tier. You know which planet we have to review next. Gleadar. Honestly, fuck Gleadar. For some context, I played Gleadar on a Deathworld playthrough, and I had to rebuild my base there maybe like 6 times. The pentapods are a nightmare, and managing them while learning an entirely new way to build a factory, it's just obscene. The spoilage system is just nuts. On paper it sounds like a cool mechanic that forces you to consider rate of flow, but oh my god is it annoying having to constantly flush your factory to get it to work right. This would be fine if you were on the planet 24/7, but you're obviously not, so having to return or use drones to unclog constantly is so annoying. Then you have spoilage with pentapod eggs as well. Having any kind of slowdown in my factory would cause hundreds of eggs to hatch, which then would ruin and destroy a very complex and expensive setup. This would be hard enough by itself, but then there's also a new way of gathering the base resources, which is very limiting at the start. I just got stuck in so many death spirals because I was using all my resources to repair my factory. If the resource trees could be planted anywhere on the planet, then Gleadar would be 10 times better, but the distance also means your base is really long and hard to defend. The only redeeming quality is what you get off the planet in terms of tech. The Spidertron is really OP, and the Biolab is cool too. So I guess the rewards make up for it. Thematically, cool, but I wish they took a different route with how you build your factory on Gleadar. It's a boss fight of a planet in both enemies and the new factory setup. So I think I'm going to put it in C tier. Difficult, annoying, but I guess rewarding. Now we're on to Aquila. Mind the pun, but I think Aquila is cool. After the complexity and difficulty of some of the other planets, it's nice to have one that's just simple, albeit difficult. It has no base resources, so the main challenge is making sure you've mastered space travel, with a ship that can take on bigger asteroids and can reliably transport anything you need to the planet. Then, having to build your factories in a confined space with the new heating system is cool too. It took me a few tries, but at least I wasn't being stomped on every 20 minutes. Tech-wise, I know you technically need the railgun to progress, but I just didn't really want to use it. Like, my defenses on all my planets are good enough, and the fusion tech is cool too, but again, I already have a reliable and scalable power source already in nuclear. I did like the portable fusion reactor though, but that's all I really used from the Aquila tech. The cryo plant is an 8-slot chemical plant, so that's nice too. I guess my main beef with Aquila is that it's a late game planet, so the rewards felt kind of pointless. Or maybe they're just not strong enough for how late you get them. So, despite the awesome theme of the ice planet and the cool gimmicks, I think the whole planet falls short. B tier. So the last on our list technically isn't a planet, but I think it warrants its own spot. It's the space between planets. It's space. It is really its own thing. You effectively have to design a working factory for you to be able to use your spaceship. The main mechanic is managing resource rate of flow. You have limited storage in the central structure, but you do have a way of deleting stuff, aka throwing it out into space. This, plus the dice rolling in the asteroid collection, means you're going to get clogged if you don't employ some kind of system for filtering. So you have to design a whole new setup. There aren't that many layers, but what is there is complex. Keeping your space platform alive during travel is also a whole mechanic you have to worry about. I think shooting the asteroids with guns is a bit silly. I guess it makes sense, but surely some mining lasers would have been more thematic. Rockets do make sense at least. What I really love about the ships is that they also provide an infinite form of some of the base resources, and calcite, so you can set them up above planets to kind of drop useful resources. I also love the animations for the thrusters, the sending of payloads and the receiving of them too. They're honestly gorgeous. I think space belongs in A tier. It almost feels confined by the limitations of the engine of Factorio, and you can see they kind of struggle to come up with its own mechanic. Like, why can't I build chests on it? It doesn't make sense. It's not really as in-depth as the other planets, so yeah, I think A tier is fair. So there it is, a tier list of all the planets and space. Please feel free to tell me I'm wrong in the comments. Thanks for watching.